Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 16 Me. Today's topic is one of those sensitive ones, so grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or stronger, because we're going to talk about money. And it's my favorite subject these days, because I know that many of us have got it out of control. I had it out of control for many years of my life. I didn't have good training as a child, and I'm really happy that my family, for example, is doing a better job than I did, and I don't have any regrets about them doing it differently, and that is to think about money in a positive way. Now, I know a lot of you don't have a lot of money, so please understand that this conversation is not specifically about the amount of money, but about the way we look at it and the way what we do with it. And one of our bloggers, Lily Bradshaw, wrote this article which was so stimulating for me, and it was about spending money. Do you like to have, or do you prefer to do? Have money or do money, do with money. And I think this is a really interesting distinction. Now, when I was growing up, and probably most of you, having money was a sign of success, a social achievement. You know, that when you had money, you were able to create an image that people saw. It's living up to the Joneses, is that expression. It's like when you know, having money was really, really important. And we didn't think so much about doing with money. It was more, I mean, even though we did do things with money, it was more about having it. Now I think that's shifting a little bit. Now, most of us, now I'm going to say most of us, many of us have some disposable income, you know, a little bit, even if it's only a little bit every month left over after the essentials, food, rent, you know, insurance, all those things. Now, those are the needs. I mean, we have to take care of those, right? Now, if you've got even a little bit left over after that, what do you do with it? You know, what's your priority? So when it comes to wants, those are the how and the where we spend our money. So how we actually use it, like what to have it and use it, or, you know, do things that we can enjoy with money. So have things, big house, lots of clothes, you know, nice car, you know, things. You own things. That's what when you get money and you buy things with it. Those are the having things, achieving things, owning things. And then there's the doing things. So go to a restaurant, go on a holiday, go to a show, enjoy time with your family, treat someone that, you know, be generous. And sometimes it's a very difficult choice, because we want to, you know, we get to make these choices every single day. You know, do we want to buy that item of clothing that is going to sit in your closet and probably never get worn, or maybe once in a year? Or are we going to use it to go to, you know, an art gallery, or go to a movie, or use that same amount of money, but to do something? Now, you can't have both, really. You can't, I mean, sometimes you can't have a nice car and a holiday, and you make the decision, well, I would prefer to have the car. But, you know, and so in that respect, you can't have both. But, you know, and you're constantly torn between this, like, I need this thing. It's essential that I have that dress, or essential that I have that necklace. And no, I'd much rather go on a weekend trip somewhere and just spend the money and do it. So having money is always nice, isn't it? Why not? It makes us feel good. We can say, well, we deserve it. You know, we've worked hard, we bought this thing, and it's, you know, it's precious to us. But how many things have you bought and then they just don't get used, or they sit in the closet, or they, you know, you didn't need that to spend that much on that thing. I mean, do you need an expensive car, or could you get a less expensive car and use the extra money on something you do, something that you know that you enjoy? So the original boxes are probably still in some of the closets, but you get the idea. I mean, you sometimes buy things thinking that they're the most beautiful thing, and then you don't ever use them. So that's the having things. Do you spend your money to have possessions, or do you really prefer to go on a trip, go on a holiday, go where you want, you know, be able to afford to splurge, go first class on the boat rather than or on the plane rather than not? I'm not saying, man, I know I can hear already. I can hear you, Margaret. I don't have any money left over, and I know that's always in our comments, and I truly, honestly appreciate it and respect it. And I just want you to know that this is maybe not the right video for you. If you're being, you know, very stressed about it, let's let it go. Because I'm talking about people now that have a little bit, even if it's only like $50 a month or whatever. is something that you can do, either buy something or go somewhere or do something. Now, I think, so going back to when you use money to have something, that brings you a short-term hit, serotonin hit, you bought something new, but then doing something with your money gives you the memories. It gives you the longer-term, you know, I don't know, just sort of pleasure to think about that you saved up for that thing, you went on a trip, you went to the show, you went to a movie, whatever it is you did, that, you know, you kind of reward yourself by an experience rather than a thing. So when you, in a way, when you have things, they own you. You know, like you don't own them as much as they own you, because you maybe have to pay some money. If you're owning a house, for example, you're paying a mortgage, but the money that you spent on them is gone. And now you own them. You'd have to take responsibility for those things. And then any additional costs that come about because of those things, you're responsible. They're your responsibility. But when you do things with your money, you are, you know, creating the memory that you own. It is yours. It's yours forever. You know, where you went, what you did, who you met, or, you know, the things like you went to a movie, or you took your grandkids somewhere, or you took your family somewhere, or you spent it on, you know, just something you've always wanted to do, even silly, something silly like a helicopter ride, or you've always wanted to, you fill in the blanks. Learn. I've always wanted to go back to school. I've always wanted to, you know, those are the things that you do that you can get with money that are, you know, they're your, not your needs or your desires, but they're adding to your, you know, the complexity and the beauty of your life. So you can take these memories and have them anytime. You can just keep reliving them. And Lisa actually talks about this cost per memory. Like if you buy something, you know, it's with an item of clothing, you might have, like I just got this new sweater. I think I talked about it in another video, but you know, it's like, that was 4 francs, and that was, I bought that because I really liked the color and it was a change and I thought it was something new. And, but now you know, and maybe this will last me a few memories for a bit because it's special. But, you know, in the long run, I have memories of my, you know, my very affordable cruise to Greece, where I had an inside cabin and it cost me under $500, and it was a week of absolute blissful memories. And I keep living those over and over. And the makeup I bought in Greece. That was definitely an experience, not so much a want. It was on the edge. It was on the edge. So what's your choice? Do you like to, what do you like to do with your little bit of extra money that you have? Do you like to spend it on things, possessions, stuff? Or do you like to spend it on experience? You know, the promises of memories and you know, long-term, I don't know, experience, connections with people, all those precious things that you get when you spend your money on doing something rather than on having something. I think it's a great question. I really appreciate Lily's thoughts on this. Go back and read the article. I'll leave the link to her article so you can read it. I think it's Lily. I always get names. Yeah, Lily Bradshaw. But thank you for being here, everybody. I hope that you're doing well, spending your money in whichever way brings you joy and happiness. If you did like the video, please like it so that we can spread the word with 60andMe around YouTube. So we have lots of women in all countries. We have people in 156 countries now around the world. And I just get so thrilled when I think of that. Over 250,000 here on YouTube. So I'm glad that you're all here. Thank you for doing that, taking the time, just making it part of your day. And I look forward to sharing the next video with you. If you've got topics, by the way, that you'd like me to cover, please leave them in the comments section, because I've done like over 2,500 videos now, and I know I'm recycling some of the thoughts and ideas, but if I've missed something, please let me know so that I can, you know, do a video on it and share the conversation, mostly to bring it back to the community. Is there a question that you'd like to ask all the women in our community? That would be a really cool thing for you to do. One question. Maybe I'll put that on our YouTube community page and see what people say. What is one question that you'd like me to ask the whole community? Anyway, have a fabulous day wherever you are. Know that I love you and happy that you're here. Take good care. All the best. Bye for now.